Which of the following not included in the physical state of ordinary substances? Colloids. Colloid does not belong to the common physical state of matter, solid, liquid, gas. It is a mixture in which particles of one substances are uniform dispersed in another substances. What is air? A mixture of both element and compound. Air is a mixture of element like nitrogen, oxygen, compound like carbon dioxide and water vapor. Which rule does not apply to the properties of mixture? Its composition is fixed. Mixtures do not have composition. They can be formed in any proportion of their component. What are liquid called that do not mix with each other? Immiscible. Immiscible liquid are those which do not mix each other, such as oil and water. In a sugar solution, what is sugar? Solute. Sugar is a solute in the solution which dissolve in water. Water acts as a solvent in this mixture. Rusting of iron is an example of which changes? Chemical changes. Rusting of iron is a chemical changes in which a new substance is formed. Iron oxide Fe2O3 dot into H2O. Which of the following is a chemical changes? Naturalization. The reaction of acid base forms salt and water. This chemical reaction is known as naturalization. Which of the following is not a chemical changes? Melting of ice cube. Melting of ice is a physical change because no substances is formed, only the state change, solid to liquid. What is the process called in which gas directly convert into solid? Deposition. Deposition is the process in which a substance changes directly from gaseous state to solid state, such as formation of frost. What is the mixed ratio of nitrogen to hydrogen by mass in ammonia? 14 is to 3. In ammonia NH3 there is no nitrogen atom and there is one nitrogen atom and three hydrogen atom. The mass ratio of nitrogen to hydrogen is 14 to 3. Who, who propounded the fundamental theory related to nature of matter? John Dalton. John Dalton proposed the atomic theory in 1808 in which he described atom as indivisible and the fundamental particle of matter. Which British chemist presented the atomic theory in 1808? John Dalton. John Dalton presented the atomic theory explaining that all matter is made up of atoms and atoms neither break nor form during the chemical reaction. What is the ability of metal to be drawn into wire called? Ductility. The ability of metal to be drawn into thin wires without breaking is called ductility. Gold is the most ductile metal. Which material is used as a semiconductor in solar cell? GaAs. Gallium arsenide is a prominent semiconductor used in solar cell to convert light energy into electrical energy. Based on electronegativity, which element form negative ion? Non-metal. Non-metal gain electron to form negative ion. This tendency is called electronegativity. Which process is used in water purification? Reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis (RO). Water is forced through semi-permeable membrane under external pressure, separating impurities and salt. It is a major technique for household and industrial water purification. What is used to purify water? Reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis water is passed through a semi-permeable membrane under high pressure, removing dissolve mineral and impurity. What is desalination? Removing mineral from saline water. Desalination is the process of removing salt and other mineral from seawater to make it potable. It, it is used to convert seawater into fresh water. What is the process called the separate hydrogen from water? Electrolysis. Electrolysis. In electrolysis, water is decomposed into hydrogen and oxygen gases by passing an electric current. This process breaks the water molecule 2H2O, 2H2 plus O2. Which technique is used for the distillation of seawater? Distillation. In distillation, water is boiled to convert it into steam and then condensed to obtain pure water. It is a common method to remove salt from seawater. Which method is suitable to separate the mixture of NaCl and NH4Cl? Sublimation. Ammonium chloride is a volatile and changes directly into gas upon heating, while common salt NaCl remains solid. Thus, both are separated by sublimation. What is the conversion of liquid state to gaseous state called? Vaporization. When the liquid like water is heated and converted into gases, the process is called vaporization. It is the physical changes. Example, water converting into steam. What is the process called called in which solid changes directly into gases without passing through the liquid state? Sublimation. Sublimation is the process in which solid directly changes into gases. Example, burning of camphor and ammonia chloride. What is the homogeneous mixture of solute and solvent called? Solution. A uniform mixture in which solute and solvent are completely dissolved is called solution. For example, sugar solution, salt solution, etc. Which of the following is not an allotrope of carbon? Carbon dioxide. CO2 is a compound gases while diamond, graphite, fluorine are allotrope of carbon, consisting only of carbon atom arranged in different structure. Which of the following is an allotrope of carbon? Diamond. Diamond is a crystalline allotrope of carbon. It is extremely hard and shine due to total internal reflection of light, which of the result of a strong bonding of carbon atom. To determine the atomic mass of an element, comparison is made of which element? Hydrogen. The calculation of atomic mass initially used hydrogen as the standard reference because it is the lightest element with an atomic mass of approximately 1. Which particle shows the interaction between the electrically neutral and weakly interacting subatomic particle? Neutron. Neutron is an electrically neutral and extremely tiny particle that interact only through uh, weak nuclear forces. Its existence was first proposed by Pauli in 1930 and it has a very small mass. What is the antimatter equivalent of an electron called? Positron. Positron is the antiparticle of an electron having the same masses but carrying a positive charges. It is it was discovered by Carl D. Anderson in 1932. What is an electron? A subatomic particle with a negative net charge. Electron is a subatomic particle carrying a negative charge -1. It was discovered by J. J. Thomson in 1897. J. Chadwick discovered which subatomic particle? Neutron. Neutron is a chargeable subatomic particle discovered by James Chadwick in 1932. It was found in the nucleus of an atom and play a crucial role in nuclear reaction. Which British scientist has was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1906 for the discovery of electron? J.J. Thomson. J.J. Thomson received the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1906 for the discovery of electron through cathode ray experiment. Who discovered the electron? J.J. Thomson. J.J. Thomson discovered the electron in 1897 through cathode ray experiment. It was first identified subatomic particle. Which particle carries a positive charges? Proton. Proton is a positively charged subatomic particle found in the nucleus of an atom having a charge +1. Which particle called called whose properties are opposite to those of normal particles? Antiparticles. Antiparticles are particles that have same mass of their corresponding particle but opposite charge. For example, positron is the antiparticle of electron. Who is considered the father of nuclear physics? Ernest Rutherford. Ernest Rutherford is called the father of nuclear physics because he discovered the atomic nucleus and proposed the atomic model. How many valence electrons are there in an oxygen atom? 2. The electronic configuration of oxygen is 2 and 6. It gained 2 electrons and to complete its octet. Hence, it has 2 valence electrons. What is the electronic configuration of rhodium? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s, 3s2, 3p6, 3d10, 4s2, 4p6, 4d8, 5s1. The atomic number of rhodium is 45 and its electronic configuration based on the Aufbau principle and energy level. Which element has the electronic configuration of 287? Chlorine. Chlorine atomic number is 17 has the electronic configuration of 287. It is a non-metal and is used in water disinfection. Infection. The atomic number of an element is equal to the number of which subatomic particle? Proton. The atomic number of an element equal to the number of proton present in the nucleus of an atom. It determines the identity of the element. In the nucleus, the atomic number present the number of which particle? Proton. The nucleus of an atom consists of protons and neutrons, but the atomic number is determined only by the number of protons. The nucleus of a hydrogen atom is made up of only one proton. The most common isotopes of hydrogen consisting of only one proton and one electron. It does not contain any neutron. What is the atomic number of an atom having 10 proton and 11 neutron? 10. The atomic number equal to number of proton equal to 10. The number of neutron affect the mass number but not the atomic number. The atomic number of an element is equal to the number of which particle present in the nucleus of every atom of that element. Proton. The atomic number of an element is determined by the number of proton present in nucleus, which defines its chemical properties. How many neutrons are there in hydrogen atom? None. The most common isotopes of hydrogen is protium, which has one proton, one electron, but no neutron. What does the term isotope means? Element having the same atomic number but different mass number. In isotopes, the number of protons remain the same, but the number of neutrons varies, causing a difference in their mass number. When you change the number of neutrons in an atom, it changes its isotope. Changing the number of neutrons alters the isotope of an element, but its atomic number remain unchanged. The difference in mass of isotopic topic atom of an element is due to difference in number of neutrons in their nucleus. The difference in isotopes is due to the varying number of neutrons in nucleus, resulting in difference in their mass. How many neutrons are present in protium? 0. Protium is the most common stable isotope of hydrogen, having no neutron, only one proton, one electron. What is the atomic number and mass number of tritium respectively? 1 and 3. Tritium is a radioactive isotope of hydrogen with one proton, few neutron. Therefore, its atomic number is 1 and mass number is 3. What are uh, atoms, molecules, ions having the same number of electron called isoelectronic? The atom or ions having the same number of electrons are, are called is- isoelectronic. They may also have similar chemical properties. According to which law, at constant temperature, the volume of gas is inversely proportional to its pressure? Boyle's law. Boyle's law states that if the temperature is kept constant, the volume V of a given amount of gas is inversely proportional to its pressure. PV equal to constant K and P1 V1 equal to P2 V2. Who discovered the radioactivity? Henry Becquerel. French scientist Henry Becquerel discovered the radioactivity in 1896. He observed invisible rays naturally emitted from uranium compound. Later, Marie Curie and Pierre Curie discovered the element like radium and plutonium. Pitch blender is related to which element? Uranium. Pitch blend is a major ore of uranium. It is a radioactive mineral from which uranium and radium are extracted. Radium is mainly obtained from which mineral? Pitch blend. Radium is mainly extracted from uranium containing ores like pitch blend and uh, carnotite. These ores are radioactive. Which isotope is used as fissile fissile fuel in nuclear reactor? Uranium 235. Uranium 235 is used as a fossil fuel in nuclear reactor to generate nuclear energy. Which isotope is used to treatment of cancer? Cobalt 60. Cobalt 60 is an artificial radio isotope that emit gamma rays. It is especially used in the treatment of blood cancer, leukemia. Which radioisotope is used in the treatment of metastatic bone cancer? Astronium 89. Astrotium 89. Astrotium 89 accumulate in bone and destroy cancer cell present there. It is useful in radiotherapy. Which isotope is generally used in nuclear weapons? Uranium and plutonium. Radioactive isotopes like uranium 235 and plutonium 239 are used in nuclear weapons. They produce enormous energy through nuclear fission. How many valence electrons are present in graphite atom? 4. Graphite is an isotope of carbon in which each carbon atom forms bonds for with 4 valence electron. 3 electron from covalent bond with, with other carbon atoms, while the 4 electron remain free and making graphite a good conductor of electricity. Covalent bonds are formed between two atoms as a result of sharing of electron is completely fill, fill their valence shell. Covalence bonds are formed between atoms that aim to complete their valence shell. This sharing helps them attain a stable noble gas configuration. Valence electrons are present in the outermost shell of an atom. The valence electrons are those present in the outermost shell of an atom and participate in chemical reaction and bonding. What is the characteristics property of an ionic compound? High boiling point and melting point. Ionic compound like NaCl have a strong electrostatic force between ion and result in very high boiling and melting point. They are soluble in water but not in organic solvent like kerosene. What happens in an oxidation reaction? Loss of electron. Oxidation is the process in which an element loses electron. In contract reduction is the gain of the electrons. Which of the following agent is good for the purification of drinking water? Oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent like bleaching powder or the chlorine are used to disinfect drinking water by oxidizing and destroying the microorganism present in it. Which acid is used in the anodizing process? Dilute sulfuric acid. Anodizing is an electrochemical process used to make the surface of metal, especially aluminium, durable, corrosion resistant and decorative. Dilute sulfuric acid is used in the process to form aluminium oxide layer. Which metal is used for electroplating iron to protect it from corrosion and rusting? Zinc. To protect the iron from corrosion and rusting, it is it is coated with a layer of zinc. This process is called galvanization. Zinc protects iron due to its chemical reactivity. Which of the following substances is not secreted in the stomach as a component of gastric acid? Sulfuric acid. Hydrochloric acid is secreted in the stomach and is a major component of gastric juice. Sulfuric acid is not produced in a stomach and has no role in digestion. Gold can be discovered by aqua regia. Aqua regia is a mixture of hydrochloric acid and nitric acid, 9 is to 3 is to 1 ratio. It can dissolve noble metals like gold and used in laboratories for this purpose. The scientific name of muriatic acid is hydrochloric acid. Muriatic acid is the old name of the hydrochloric acid HACl. It is naturally produced in the stomach and help in digestion. What is chemical name of the common edible salt? Sodium chloride. Common edible salt is sodium chloride NaCl, which is obtained from the evaporation of seawater. NaCl is the chemical formula of salt. NaCl presents sodium chloride, which is the common edible salt. What is used to melt ice? Salt. Sprinkling salt on ice layer, its freezing point causes the ice melt faster. This common technique to clear ice roading roads, clear icy roads. What is the chemical formula of common salt? NaCl. The full name of NaCl is sodium chloride, which is commonly used as table salt. If the pH value of substances is less than 7, what is considered acid? The pH value of less than 7, the solution is acidic. The pH scale ranges from 0 to 14, where 7 is neutral less and 7 is acidic, greater than 7 is basic. If a solution turn blue litmus paper into red, what will be the pH? Less than 7. Blue litmus paper turns red in acidic solution, which means its pH is less than 7. Which solution is the highest concentration of hydrogen ions? pH 4. The lower the pH value, the higher the concentration of H plus 1. Therefore, the pH equal to 4 will have highest H plus ion concentration. If the pH value of river water is less than 7, what does it indicate? The pollution due to acidic waste. Pure water has pH 7. If the pH is less than 7, the water is acidic, indicating contamination due to acidic waste. What is the approximate pH of lemon juice? 2. Lemon contain lemon contain uh, citric acid citric acid which make it highly acidic. Its pH is approximately 2. Which scale is used to measure the concentration of hydrogen ion in a solution? pH scale. The pH scale is used to measure the acidity or basicity of solution based on concentration of hydrogen ion. Fill in the blanks with appropriate option. Turns blue litmus red and dash to litmus blue. Acid base base red. Acid turns blue litmus into red. Base turn blue red litmus into blue. What is the similarity between acid and base? The process of dissolving acid or base into water is exothermic. When acid and or base dissolve in water, they forms ion that release heat, making process exothermic. Litmus solution is obtained from lichen. Litmus is natural indicator obtained from plants called lichen. It is used to detect acidity and basicity. Acid, blue litmus turns red. Base, red litmus turn blue. Who proposed the law of octaves? Alexander Newland. In 1864, Newland proposed the law of octaves, stating that every 8 element is increasing order of atomic mass shows similar properties like musical notes. Name the German chemist who grouped element into triad in 1817. John Wolfgang. Dauvergne. Dauvergne formed triad of elements having similar properties and found that the atomic mass of the middle element was the average of the first and the last element. What did Dmitry Mendeleev prepare? Periodic table, periodic table of chemical element. In 1869, Mendeleev arranged the element based on their atomic mass and proposed the periodic periodic law. The properties of element are periodic function of their atomic mass. Who was the first scientist to create the periodic table of element? Mendeleev. Dmitry Mendeleev prepared the first systematic periodic table and predicted the properties of undiscovered element. The properties of element are a periodic function of their atomic masses. Whose statement is this? Mendeleev periodic table. According to Mendeleev, the properties of element of are are a periodic function of their atomic masses. This is known as Mendeleev periodic table. Who invented periodic table? Dmitry Mendeleev. In 1869, Mendeleev created the first periodic table based on the properties of element, which later become the foundation of the modern periodic table. In modern periodic table, the elements are arranged in how many vertical columns? 18. The modern periodic table has 18 group vertical columns and 7 period horizontal rows. At least the least reactive element in the periodic table is called noble gases. Noble gases like helium, Ne, argon, Cr, etc. are completely stable because their outermost shell is fully filled with electron, making them unreactive in chemical reaction. Which element has an atomic number 3? Lithium. Lithium has an atomic number of 3. Beryllium 4, boron 5, sodium 11. Name the scientist who proved the atomic number of an element is more fundamental than its atomic mass. Henry Moseley. Henry Moseley proved based on X-ray spectra that atomic number is the fundamental property of element, which led to the modification of Mendeleev's periodic table. Out of four words given below, three are similar in some way while one is different. Which one is different? Potassium. Germanium, silicon, gallium. P block element. Potassium S block element. Therefore it is different. Which atom has the longest atomic radius? Iodine. In group 17, halogens. F fluorine, BrINAT. Atomic size increases from top to bottom in the periodic table due to an increase in the number of electrons cell. Hence, iodine has the largest atomic radius. In periodic table, which property does not changes while moving down to group valency? While moving down to group, atomic size of a number atomic size number of cell metallic character is increasing, but valency remain the same because all elements in a group have same number of electron in their outermost cell. Which of the following element has the highest density? Osmium. Element osmium 59, platinum 45, mercury 60, lead for 34. Osmium is the densest metal on earth. Only those metals can displace hydrogen from water that are positioned where in the metal reactive series above hydrogen. Metal above hydrogen in the reactivity series are more reactive, can displace hydrogen from water or acid. Zn plus H2O, ZnO plus H2O, H2 plus H2. How many oxygen atoms are there in ozone? 3. The chemical formula of ozone is O3. It contains 3 oxygen atoms and protects the earth from ultraviolet rays. Which of the following gases has a pungent smell? Ammonia. Ammonia NH2 has gas has a strong and recognizable smell. It is used in fertilization and refrigeration. Which gas is used in anesthesia by dentists? Nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide N2O is called the laughing gas. It is used as a pain reliever and anesthetic. Anesthetic. Anesthesia. Which gas is called the laughing gas? N2O. N2O is called the laughing gas because inhaling it causing slight stimulation and laughter. It is also a mild anesthetic. Which what is the boiling point of liquid nitrogen? Minus 196 degrees Celsius. Boiling point of liquid nitrogen is minus 196 degrees Celsius. It is a colorless, odorless, and extremely cold liquid used in medicine laboratories and cryogenic storage. Which gas makes up 78% of the Earth atmosphere? Nitrogen. Nitrogen gas constitutes about 78% of the Earth atmosphere. It is essential part of molecules like proteins and nucleic acid required for life. Which which of the first element discovered chemically by Henning Brand? Henning Brand. Phosphorus. Brand discovered phosphorus from urine in 1669. It is considered the first element discovered in laboratory. Why is phosphorus kept in water? To prevent catching fire. White phosphorus catch fire spontaneously air, hence it kept immersed in water to prevent it from catching fire. Which substances is used in matchsticks? Phosphorus. The head of matchsticks contain red phosphorus and other compound. It helps in ignitions by frictions. What is the valency of phosphorus? 4. The atomic number of phosphorus is 15. It is its use valence are 3 and 5. But in some compounds like PCl4 plus, it behaves with a valence of 4. which which is the only non-metals that is liquid at room temperature? Bromine is the only non-metal that is liquid at room temperature. It is reddish brown in color and has a strong odor. What is used in refrigeration? Chlorofluorocarbons. CFCs are used in refrigerant and propellant. They harms the ozone layer. Which gas is not colorless and odorless? Chlorine. Chlorine is a greenish yellow gas with a pungent smell. Other gases are colorless and odorless. With what is the color of solid iodine? Dark violet to blackish brown. Solid iodine has a dark violet brown color. It is also used in iodine tincture. Which gas at room temperature is greenish yellow with a pungent smell? Chlorine. Chlorine gas is recognized by its distinct greenish yellow color and a strong odor. Which is the only non-metal in liquid state at room temperature? Bromine. Bromine is the only non-metal found in liquid state at room temperature. Which gas is called the stranger gas? Xenon. Xenon is called a stranger gas because it is rare and possesses a special properties among inert gases. Which of the following is not a noble gas? Hydrogen. Hydrogen is chemically active while other helium, neon, radon are noble gas. Select odd one out. Hydrogen. Hydrogen is not a noble gas, whereas others argon, neon, xenon are noble gas. Which is the least reactive element? Neon. Neon is completely inert gas that does not form compound, making it the least reactive element. Which inert gas is radioactive? Radon. Radon is the only radioactive noble gas with atomic number is 86. Why is argon filled in electric bulb? Inertness. Argon prevents the filament of bulb from oxidizing due to its chemical inertness. Which gas is used to fill balloons? Helium. Helium is a light non-flammable gas, making it safe for filling balloons. Which of the following is noble gas? Argon. Argon is noble gas of group 18 in the periodic table, and other options are not noble gas. What is the process of strengthening rubber called? Vulcanization. Vulcanization is the process that makes rubber more elastic and durable using sulfur and heat. The word sulfur is derived from which language? Latin. The word sulfur is derived from Latin word sulfur. Why do eyes burn while cutting onion? Sulfur. Sulfur containing compounds from vapors that causes irritation and burning in the eye. The smell of LPG leakage is due to the presence of which compound? Sulfur compound. Sulfur compound methyl mercaptan is added to LPG, which produce descendant smell. Which of the following is non-metallic mineral? Sulfur. Sulfur is non-metallic while other given option are metallic mineral. What is the hardest natural substances? Diamond. Diamond is the hardest allotrope of carbon. Which gas is used in extinguishing fire? CO2. CO2 gas cut off supply of oxygen, thereby helping to extinguish fire. Which of the following is an allotrope of carbon? Silicon. Silicon is a different element and not an allotrope of carbon. What is graphene? Allotrope of carbon. Graphene is a thin, a strong form of carbon derived from graphite. Fluorine is an allotrope of which element? Carbon. Fluorine is an allotrope of carbon with a cage-like molecular structures. Which of the following is an allotrope of carbon? Diamond. Diamond and graphite are both allotrope of carbon. When kept in open, sodium react with which element? Oxygen. Sodium is highly reactive metal that quickly react with oxygen in the air and catches fire. Therefore, it stored in kerosene. In what? In In what is sodium stored to prevent its reactive with oxygen? Kerosene. Kerosene oil prevents sodium from coming in contact with oxygen, keeping it safe. It's this is a standard storage method. Washing soda can be used for what purpose? To soften hard water. Washing soda Na2CO3 remove calcium and magnesium ion from water, making it soft. It is also used in laundry. What is used to remove the permanent hardness of water? Sodium carbonate. Permanent hardness is mainly due to the presence of calcium, magnesium sulfate, and chlorides. Sodium carbonate react with them to form insoluble compound, removing hardness. What can be used to remove the permanent hardness of water? Washing soda. Washing soda Na2CO3 react with calcium magnesium salt present in water to form insoluble compound, thereby softening the water. Which of the following is not a component used in toothpaste? Sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate is a cleaning agent and is used to remove the hardness of water but is not used in toothpaste. What is the chemical name of caustic soda? Sodium hydroxide. Caustic soda NaOH which is used in soap making, chemical industry and textile industry. What is baking soda? Sodium bicarbonate. Baking soda NaH2HCO3 is a mildly alkaline compound used in baking as an antacid for cleaning purpose. Which compound provide relief from the ant bite? Sodium bicarbonate. Ant inject formic acid which is antacid. Sodium bicarbonate is alkaline, natural neutralize the acids, prevent relief from burning sensation.